It was a toilet, public toilet in Mathare slums.
Hii ni maajabu.
Niaje Steve?
Poa sana.
I see you have a very nice combi here. Which year is this combi?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
It's 1968.
1968 combi with a lot of juice. Nimeona we walked in mziki, ukaachilia gari mziki kwa tu full blast. And guys are here checking it out. Niaje, the car looks cool sana. So basically, can you kindly share more about this KGE?
I got it around 2007. It was a toilet, public toilet in Mathare slums. So I got it for 30,000 bob. So when I took it home, washed it, started the engine, it ran on the engine. Coincidentally or luckily, the engine was fine. So I ran with that engine for like maybe up till around 2021 when I switched to a Subaru engine.
So what currently are you running?
I'm running a Subaru Outback engine, an EJ253.
EJ253.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of powers.
Yeah.
Lots of powers. Gearbox?
Gearbox, I have a 300 HP VW gearbox.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's not the original though.
It's an original VW gearbox, but not for this car.
Not for this car.
Yeah.
So I've seen. What's the motivation behind this build?
This is it's what we call a rolling project. I do a lot of outdoors. I like exploring. I find my mental health and sanity by going on trips. Because you know the world sometimes there's too much happening and there's nothing to balance you. So this is my getaway, and every time I go for a trip, I find there's something missing that could make my stay more comfortable. Yeah, so like when I go back, I try
fix it or
adjust.
Add the juice.
Yeah, adjust until like I got this, which is what works for me now.
So for how long have you had this car?
From 2007, that's 16 years. Yeah, 16, 17 years.
What was the lowest moment in this build, or basically when doing this build?
I've had many, especially when I had the original engine. There are times, especially towards the end, the engine would fail, like in the middle of nowhere, and you have to get a flatbed. There's curfew. Remember those times for COVID, there's 2021, there's curfew and it's 9:30 and the car has refused. You're in Naivasha. So stress bwana.
Inabidi mjore na maskari.
Nasikia ni kama utawasha kibiriti uichome, then just flatbed it, put it back in a corner and let it think about its
state
behavior.
of being. So
behavior.
let me ask. So that means in 2020 you were using the older engine that the car came with it.
Yes.
So when did you install the the EJ25?
The EJ25 I put it this year. But
nice.
Before that I had the EJ20 from July 2021.
Why did you decide to change to EJ25?
I was already doing swaps for people.
Okay.
I do part of what I do for a living is restoring these VWs. So actually some of any car with a Subaru here, you see my sticker. Yeah, they're my projects. Yeah, so like I was doing them for people, but then I had not done it for myself. So that time I'm telling you in particular, when the car got stuck in Naivasha at 9:30 p.m. and the curfew was at 10, I went and parked it. And one of the cars had a Subaru engine, KNL. It actually won at the concours this year. I asked the owner, can I drive it around as I figure out what to do with mine? He's like, yeah, go ahead. So I drove it for 3 months and I was like, what? The difference is, the purists, like many people say, no, you should not change it from original engine. But at the end of the day, reality is when you get stuck on the side of the road, those people supporting you to be a purist won't be there.
They won't be there. You're on your own.
You're on your own. When your engine breaks down and it needs like 60k to fix, nobody will come and tell you, hey, here is some 20k.
Here is 30. Here is 10.
You're on your own. So at the end of the day, you need to look at how can I get this car to be reliable? That was the number one thing for me. Not even the power or anything, but those came as a bonus. Because I discovered, the fuel efficiency is better.
It's better.
The power, like the places I used to go shift 2, sometimes 1, like going up Sachaguan, Salga. I would go 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
So he is 3 and you're good to go.
No,
actually 4. You start from 5 ukienda
You
ukishuka,
end
by the
up
time unamaliza ni 4.
So that at the end of those 3 months I tested that car. I was like, there's no way
you're going back.
So I got a really bad backlash from the community because I was the ambassador for the stock engine. Because with the stock engine I've done Southern Africa, I've done the whole of East Africa, Central Africa. I've done so many countries using the stock engine. But then, now in hindsight, now when I look like Kampala, I used to do Kampala, I still do Kampala a lot. I would do probably 16, 17 hours to Kampala and use like fuel, I'd use like 1.5 tanks. But now, same car, same gearbox, different engine. I do, when I'm not very fast, I do about 12 hours. Yeah, but I've done 10 hours to Kampala. Yeah.
Wow.
And the full tank doesn't, I don't exhaust the full tank. I still have fuel to go around. When I reach Kampala, I go to Kololo, Ntinda. Yeah.
Impressive. So this is a nice build, manze. Keep it up. Don't tire. I think nimeshajua mtu mwenye one day one time tukipata project kaya hata sisi tutakutafuta. Now let me ask, now that you said you do builds as well, what is your garage, what's the name of your garage and how can people find you?
Our garage is called Restoration Hub, KE. You can find us on TikTok, on Instagram. We are in Langata, on the link road joining Langata and Ngong Road. Yeah.
No problem. Pia share number yako. After all, we are here to support each other.
Yes.
And that's the best I can do.
Yeah, you'll see the number on the screen.
Same number.
The number is 0722 816 963.
0722 896 163.
816 963.
816 963. So actually, before we leave, I had forgotten to ask you a question. I noticed you have a very big solar panel on the roof of your van. So why the panel? What's the inspiration?
When was this? 2020. I did a trip to Diani after. You remember the time Uhuru opened the borders? Post-COVID era. No, it was still COVID, but he says
you can travel mchana too.
So that time when he opened like this, the next week I went to Diani. So normally I don't go to the hotel. You know, like a hotel is like 30k, but you can for like a 5-star hotel. But we call camping. In camping, we call it a 5 billion star hotel because you have the 5 billion stars in the sky. And the challenge I had when I was camping is there was no electricity. And we needed to work remotely, but we couldn't work because the battery, I have a dual battery system, but the battery would run out very fast when we try to use laptops and it would force me to keep starting the car, running for like an hour to charge the batteries. So next to us there was a Mzungu with Land Rover. Yeah, he had a solar panel that he would move around. So I asked him, hey dude, how much did it cost you to do this setup? He's like, this cost me like 6k. So I was like, he even sent me to the shop in Diani where I did it. Yeah, though I thought that was a more sustainable way to use green energy. And so far, I can do up to 96 hours without plugging into electricity. My music full blast, I can run my refrigerator, my TV, charge things, operate laptops without any worry.
Oh, nice. Okay, so basically you're actually now bordering green energy and fossil fuels. So basically uko 50-50. Bado hujajijua, hujaamua ni gani?
Tumeamua sisi ni fossil fuel like Jeremy Clarkson. We'll never drive an electric car. But we know they are fun and they are more powerful, but there's something petrol does that electricity, that smell, you know. It's like a man who's smelling like a lady's perfume.
Okay. So asante sana for speaking to us.
Asante.
And we're humble to see your build. Manze, keep doing it.
Thank
and
you.
Do it for other people, kawaida.
Asante.
And we wish you all the best.
Asante sana.
Pleasure.
Asante ni sana.